Hello and welcome to Guilty or Not Guilty, a podcast where we will dive deep into UK true crime cases. Some cases discussed may be well known by many and have shocked the nation, and some may be ones which have gone under the radar and will be brought to light. I'll also talk about the court case itself. I read the whole judgment so you don't have to. Please email any case requests to guiltyornotguiltypodcast@gmail.com or get in touch through Instagram at podcast guilty or not guilty. I look forward to hearing from you and I hope you enjoy the show.
Welcome to the What the Fuck Is That podcast, where we ask the age-old question of what the fuck is that? I'm your host, Jess.
I'm Jen. Wow, that was different.
I know, I like to jazz it up a little bit sometimes. We're on 26, 27 episodes now?
I lost count, honestly.
God, you could jazz it up a little bit. I do too. I very much rely on going into Canva. And then I go to the last title card that I make, and I go, and one number up from you. I should really have a grasp on what handle we have a little bit more than I do.
What?
I should have a grasp on the idea of what? What?
What? Are you okay?
Huh?
Are you having a stroke?
I might be a little bit. You putting that rib back into place just, got me real good today.
For the record, not a doctor.
It did feel good, though.
You're welcome.
Now I can breathe.
I just know therapy things, but, you take it at your own risk, knowing that I'm still in school, so.
Yep, and I'm probably going to have her do it again later. Oh... Do you guys ever, with your friends, be hanging out and then you just Jimmy Neutron brain blast? There we go.
I know exactly where you were going though.
I could not get that word out for some reason. Jimmy Neutron brain blast together. And then you have, the same memory where you can see every single detail. Because I'm pretty sure Jenny and I just mapped out, our entire middle school in our heads and had,
and not just any middle
memories.
school. Not just any middle school. A prison-looking middle school. And we used to eat lunch in a cement courtyard.
Okay. Let me paint the picture of this middle school that we went to real fast. Okay, there was two entrances and exits. You had to go through those entrances and exits, or you would get detention.
Yeah.
Everything, that TikTok sound I was doing it earlier, where it's straight to jail.
Yes.
Straight to... This middle school was anything you did wrong, straight to detention.
Yeah.
Straight to detention.
Literally.
So there was two exits that were right near each other.
It was basically a
have you ever looked at a
90-degree angle?
Yeah, have you ever looked at a prison where there's the upper part to walk and then there's the common area down in the middle? That is exactly what this was.
Yeah.
You could have told me that this used to be a prison and they refurbished it for a school, and I'd be yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, but the thing is that they treated it like a prison where they lined us up like prisoners outside the school, one by one, looking at ID badges. And see, for you going on the bus, it was a little bit easier for you to sneak on without a badge.
Because you just heard
or
it in
using
cattle.
The wrong badge, using your friend's badge.
Oh, yeah.
They toss it to you. That type of thing. But for us, who were getting dropped off and picked up, we had to go one by one where this crazy lady, I don't even remember what her name was, sat up front with a radio on a student desk. She sat at a student desk.
She was so prepared. The most prepared.
Oh, yeah. Had the radio, the detention slips, and the sticker badge we had to wear for the day. And we would have to wear it the whole day.
Yeah. No, thank you.
And we'd have to hold our badges up to our face to show that it was the same picture, that we weren't passing badges. There you go.
Speaking of which, this place caused us trauma. But
Oh, 100%.
But we were having a conversation of, like, we just had a memory that, like, we were literally, like, facing each other the same way that we were sitting in this classroom.
When
like,
we were
watching it play out in front of us. Like, I don't know about you, but I was like, did we just time slip? What is happening? Like,
It really felt like
it was so weird.
Because I could imagine everything to the T. It's crazy how we have those. Like, they're very rare, but we have them. And they've been happening a little more often.
Yeah, it was super weird. I could see the notebook that we were writing in. I could see the whole setup of the classroom. It was like it was happening in real time, and I loved it / hated it.
It was too vivid for me.
It was one of those things that we were like, I'm like, why do we keep talking about it? Like, it just, we're still living it. Why are you...
I don't know. We can move on.
All right.
We can move on. We're not 13 anymore.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
X amount of years ago.
Love it. 10 out of 10. Actually lied. Anyways, if you like whatever the fuck this is, be sure to head over to our Instagram. Our Instagram is WTFisthatpod. Over there you can find the link tree, which will take you to all of our fun little sites and goodies that we have for all of the good little boys and girls who go to our link tree and find out what's there. It's like a special little surprise for you. The very best way to help our podcast grow is just by giving us reviews and by telling all of your friends about us. So if you're getting ready to go to your high school reunion coming up here, because I know people are starting to talk about it. So if you're like going to your high school reunion and you're just talking with your best friends from high school and you're like, oh my gosh, do you remember when that crazy thing happened? And you guys also have a Jimmy Neutron brain blast moment and you're like, oh my gosh, and you see everything happening out right in front of you. And then you're just talking after because like, haha, that was a little bit awkward that you just had that shared memory together. And you're just like, oh my gosh, I love this podcast. And then you start talking about that instead of having to face what just happened. And then you get to tell them about WTF is that podcast. And yeah, let's head into this week's episode.
Cool. Hey, Jess.
Hey, Jen.
Have you ever heard of the Muffin Man?
What the fuck is the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Well, he was married to the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
Not the gumdrop buttons.
Oh. Welcome to love. Okay, anyways. The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Tell me more. Tell me so much more because I have so many questions already.
All right. Well, let's start with that simple question of who or what is the Muffin Man,
Okay.
or a Muffin Man, I should say.
Oh, this isn't a singular person?
No.
Scandal. Tell me more.
So, Muffin Men
Okay.
during the Victorian era were bakers that would deliver fresh food.
Okay, cool. Very much what they're called.
Mm-hmm.
Love that for them.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but every time I think about muffins, I think about, like, the ones that we have here, like the very ginormous sugary ones.
Delicious, yes.
Yes,
Love it.
you know. These...
Speaking of which, I've been craving a coffee cake muffin. That sounds amazing right now. Anyways, go on.
Okay, then. Someone actually, an ex-patient, brought us a whole, like, 3 things of those Costco giant muffins.
They're such good muffins.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. I love it.
But yeah, like, we still have them, and they're actually still really fresh and really good.
They last a long time.
Oh, yeah.
10 out of 10. Costco muffin.
And I mean, we've been sharing this among, like, 18 people in our office.
Muffin.
No. Well, mostly because they're almost all gone.
I have cysts. I deserve a muffin.
I'll go buy you
Coffee cake muffin.
a thing of muffins. Sure, I will.
Muffins.
I will bring you coffee cake muffins. Okay, let's get back to this.
Okay.
Okay.
So tell me about these Abnormal.
These were more of like the English muffins, which are a little more bready.
Oh, okay. I love English muffins too, though.
I honestly have not had as many, so I can't really say. Like, I think I've had more of like the sugary muffins that we have here. My favorite is the chocolate chip muffins.
Ooh. See, but I'm not a big breakfast girly.
Me either.
But I am an Eggs Benedict girly. And traditionally, those come on English muffins.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, well, these fresh baked goods would be delivered to people's homes because most of the homes during the 1800s lacked ovens.
I can't even comprehend that, mainly because I don't really love cooking, but I do love baking.
You do.
So the thought that I could not do that, but I mean, maybe I was just living in my big Victorian manor sipping, I don't know, tea? Gin on the porch and just looking a gorgeous damsel.
I mean, tea, this is London, so.
Gin.
Yeah. Well, let's get to that part of what I'm sure you're thinking, which is the song. You know, the children's song, The Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Do you know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane?
That one?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Love it.
Many believe the children's rhyme we all know and love today was the first and only version. However, this isn't true.
Go on.
In the early 19th century, there was a spicy tune about a certain...
Spicy tune?
Mm-hmm. About a certain dandy muffin man of Drury Lane. This was very popular in some of London's colourful and seedy venues.
Colorful?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean gay?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Nailed it. People are going to think I'm homophobic. I'm not homophobic. I'm also bi. I just like to take every opportunity I can to make fun of Jenny.
Do you know what I said at work today?
What?
So, we have to label our new wheelchairs every single time. These bumper stickers are so ginormous. We have to cut them to size.
You think they would be able to order different sizes?
You'd think, but no. It's just that one. I'm surprised that my other tech is doing it instead of me.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, she has the whole, that ginormous, teacher grade cutting board.
Ah, yes, it looks like a guillotine. It's so much fun to use.
You have so many issues with that. I need you to go to therapy, please.
Maybe I was an executioner in another life.
That would make so much sense.
Anyways, go on. She was playing with the fun cutter thing.
Yeah, so she had that, right? And I'm like, why do you have that out here? And she goes, because I can't cut a straight line to save my life. We're right outside my boss's office, and she's going back and forth between the other office, which is across, like right opposite diagonal.
Uh-huh.
Okay? That was a lot of words in a different order, but I know you got
diagonal. I know what you exactly.
I know exactly what you were saying.
See it in my head.
Okay, great. So she was going back and forth in this small, narrow hallway, right? And so she can obviously hear what we're saying.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, how about we give the scissors to Jenny so that way she can cut it? Because she wants it perfect. And the first thing that comes out of my mouth, there's nothing about me that is straight.
God damn it, Jenny. Okay.
What makes you think I can cut a straight line?
So see, it's not just me. She also makes self-deprecating jokes about her being gay. Also, I'm bi, so...
I literally, she looked at me like...
Oh my god.
She paused, she had no idea what to say. She goes... I don't know. And I'm like, I really need to stop making that joke at work.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do it, but at the same time, I kind of did.
You were just set up so nicely.
I really
What were you gonna do? Not take the shot?
I know. I have a feeling I'm going to have to talk with HR tomorrow.
God damn it. Okay, go on about these muffin men.
Okay. Even royals knew of a comical muffin song.
Ooh.
And
just a specific one for the royals. No one else was allowed to know about it.
no, so like
I could fucking imagine that though. They were like, actually, this version is just for us.
right. But apparently in 1802, a comedic muffin-centric song, say that 3 times, was sung to serenade King George III right in court.
I mean, when you don't have TV or Spotify,
Fair.
you're
You have
just
to
like,
you have to entertain
come
yourself.
here, music man, sing me a song about a muffin.
Is that how King George III sounded?
With the finger and everything.
Yeah.
I know this is an audio format, but I just want everyone to know my finger is waggling.
The funny
too
thing
cold
is,
for the music man. Get the funny little dancing music man in here.
the funny thing is, do you picture a giant fat man also?
And he has an accordion.
Wait, who?
Oh, for King George or for the
Yeah,
music
no,
man?
for King George.
Oh yeah, he's a big fat man.
Okay, great, but like covered in jewels and like the crown
Yeah.
and like the staff.
He has a little sausage finger. Like, he can't get his arm all the way up. It's
Okay,
like,
great.
so
I'm
here's
glad
like,
we can see the same exact thing.
The minstrel comes in. He's like all skin and bones.
Yeah.
He's like, please, sir, I would like some food. Dance, music man, dance. I don't know why the King of England got Southern.
I was about to ask.
These are unhinged episodes
Oh my
you've been putting out recently.
You're welcome.
You'll take it and you'll like it.
Obviously, the lyrics have been changed to be the song we all know now. But this is where people believe the song first developed. Over the years and centuries, the song became part of party games and children's games, eventually evolving into the nursery rhyme we know today.
I want to know what these games were.
Same.
I love a good game with a song.
Yeah. Now for the morbid part.
Ooh, love that for us.
A story has circulated the internet that the nursery rhyme might have a more sinister meaning behind it. It's believed the song is a warning about a man by the name of Frederick Thomas Linwood.
That is not in the song at all.
No.
Was that in the original song?
Look at the lyrics of the nursery rhyme we know today. Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? Do you know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane?
Okay.
There is another verse to it, actually. I'm also going to need you to...
What?
What?
Sorry, my head started to go to King Henry VIII, and you said there's actually a second verse, and so my head went, second verse, same as the first.
Okay.
Sorry, there's another
apparently there's another verse to it. I don't know it. I meant to look it up also.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But apparently it does, like, allude to a warning, essentially.
Oh, yuck.
Linwood was also known as the Drury Lane Dicer, a 16th century baker who had a double life as a serial killer.
Scandalous. Okay. That is a book waiting to happen.
Right?
I kind of love it.
Another idea for you.
TM.
Legend says Linwood would tie muffins at the end of a string to lure a child into an alley to their death.
Big yuck. Big yuck.
Another version of the story is not only would Linwood lure children to murder them, but that he was a fierce competitor, literally taking out rival bakers. If the legend is...
Sorry, I'm just trying to find a good joke of, like... What was that Boss Bake Box? It's a guy in New York, and it's his family. Do you remember? It used to be on TLC. And it was like an Italian family, and they, like, baked cakes.
Cake Boss?
Cake Boss. So I was trying to find a good joke for that, but I couldn't.
What is... Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah.
So he was literally a serial killer and a cake boss?
Basically, yeah.
The cake boss killer.
There
Dun,
you go.
dun, dun.
No one take her idea.
TM. TM.
If
TM.
Okay.
How do you guys get anything done? It's hard. Fuck, okay.
We good?
Yes.
If I talk, you're not gonna talk?
I can do it. It'll be difficult, but I can do it.
Oh, fuck. Ah. Get it together. If the legend is true and we believe the internet, the Muffin Man was never caught and died of old age choking on a dumpling.
That is, like, so specific, with the story being so not specific.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like, yeah, he was the cake boss killer, and I don't know, and then he choked on a dumpling. It's like, he lived in England in the Victorian era.
Yeah.
What? Did they have dumplings in England?
I don't know.
Because to me, I just immediately go to, like, Asian. I don't know, maybe there's, like, in English they call it dumpling, but it's actually some, like, liver particle.
It's possible. Or, I mean, if it was the end of the 16th century, maybe going into the 17th.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I don't know history. Anyways.
It just seems weird to me, like, that the rest of it is so unspecific.
Yeah.
And then the end gets very overtly specific. It's like, whoa, okay.
Again, this is why, if we believe the internet.
It's about, I want to say 50-50.
Mm-hmm. Well, so, is this true? Apparently.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Apparently, there's no proof a man by the name Frederick Thomas Linwood ever existed.
Okay, but also H.H. Holmes had, like, what, 45 different names? No
True.
one was really paying close attention to anyone's fucking name.
True. There's also no 16th century records of a child-related mass killings to fit the story or time frame.
So to play devil's advocate again, maybe it just depended on what type of children he was taking.
Mm-hmm.
Because it could have been, like, the less dead children that, like, the reports never really got through, but the people of those lower, like, statuses just kind of talked about it in hushed tones.
This is true.
Which makes sense why he was able to lead them along on a muffin on a string.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
Thinking ahead. Boom.
But, I mean, if you think anything, it's likely a combination of fact, fiction, and urban legend.
And I'm sure there must have been, like, something that happened. And that's just kind of what it got to. Like a big game of telephone.
But to me, the lyrics definitely seem more like a warning listening to it as an adult.
I get that. Yeah, and my biggest thing is it just seems like a weird song to just kind of pull out of nowhere because we all know that children's nursery rhymes are all incredibly fucking grim. There is never a nice one about just, like, a nice lady.
No.
It's like the plague.
Yeah.
Bridges falling.
Drugs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No thank you.
Yeah. So, I'd like to know, what do y'all believe?
I'm curious. We'll have to put a poll up.
Mm-hmm.
Is it an actual cake boss killer?
Or is it just a story?
Just a killer of cake. I don't know. I was trying to be clever.
It's late.
Oh,
You tried.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, I think it might have been closer to the idea that it was a killer and a warning. Just because Victorians were weird about how they did things. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't be fucking surprised.
Yeah. I don't know.
You on the fence?
I'm kind of torn, yeah.
I think it's fair. My biggest thing is that, like, anyone could just say that their name was anything at any given point, and people would be like, okay, do-do-do-do-do.
That's fair. And at the same time, like, how well were records kept back then?
Yeah, it was Victorian England.
Yeah.
So, how many records have we lost since then? They're like, oh no, we can't find it. And it's like, didn't this place burn down like 4 times between then and now?
Yeah, that's also very true. So, who knows? Maybe it is a combination of all 3.
Yeah, I could just see it like a big game of telephone. That's my kind of thing. It's that it might have been a couple of things and it just all went...
morphed into something.
Spagoodly. Yeah. I like yours better.
What? No,
I said
no. Say it again.
Stop. Go back. I said noodly spagoodly. You know, it just gets all noodly spagoodly. See? Like my fingers on our audio platform. I
was gonna say, where did the fingers go? This is the first time you did it. Are you good?
Mm-hmm. I'm showing you on our audio platform what that would look like.
Don't worry, I'll take a video of her and we'll post it on Instagram.
I have no shame. At this point, fuck it. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, tell me a creepy fucking fact so I'll stop fucking talking, I guess, and not be able to sleep tonight.
I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. Literally my biggest part, arguably the biggest part of the show.
I have a great one.
Oh, yay.
I have to make sure it is that one indeed.
Indubitably.
Oh, okay. I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm not ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Eddie.
Why is our bit this episode just interrupting each other?
Alright.
Interrupting duck, what? I couldn't. I had to. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay. I'm honestly ready to terrify you with this one.
You literally get too excited about this every week. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but the amount of excitement that you have every week when you're like, I get to scare Jessica today is a little disconcerting.
Oh no, I found this one and I immediately texted you that this was the one that was going to be next. Like, that I knew this was going to get you.
Yum. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Ready?
No. Are you kidding? With an intro like that? Absolutely not. But here the fuck we are.
I'm gonna tell you anyways.
Woo!
Your nipples?
Okay.
You ready?
No, but go on.
Your nipples are older than your teeth.
Now they both, like, simultaneously feel weird.
Yeah.
Gross. Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I don't even have a response to that. Like,
just the same as that fact that we had before that babies have teeth in their skull. You remember that one?
Which freaks me out. And then I heard that babies can then be born, like, as newborn
with teeth.
I was so panicked. that they were gonna have teeth when I had them.
I mean, it's like 1 in a million or something like that, but...
I know, but it would fucking happen to me. Like... Oh, God. All right. Well, if you like whatever the fuck this is, be sure to head over to our Instagram. Our Instagram is WTFisthatpod. Over there, you will find our link tree with all of our fun little goodies on there. Make sure you are sharing with a friend, passing the fun little knowledge around. Don't think too much about your teeth tonight. Bye.